People often believe cheating only happens when a relationship is bad. So when it happens in a relationship that looks loving, stable, even happy, it feels confusing and personal. But the truth is this: cheating isn't always caused by a broken relationship. Very often, it's caused by something broken, missing, or unhandled inside one person. A relationship can be happy on the surface. You laugh together, share routines, support each other, and still have infidelity happen. That's because happy doesn't always mean emotionally secure, honest, or deeply connected. It just means things work well enough day to day. One reason happy relationships still end in cheating is unmet inner needs. A person can feel unseen, undesirable, bored, or insecure even with a loving partner. Those feelings don't always come from the relationship. Sometimes they come from old wounds, low self-worth, or fear that love alone can't fix. Another reason is that cheating is often about chasing a feeling, not replacing a partner. Affairs create novelty, excitement, and an ego boost. Being desired by someone new can feel like proof that you still matter, still have options, still feel alive. That emotional rush can exist alongside genuine love at home. Intimacy can also quietly fade. Many couples become great teammates, but weak emotional or sexual partners. When closeness slowly turns into routine, some people talk about it openly. Others don't know how. Instead of risking an honest conversation, they look outside the relationship. Low self-esteem is a major driver people miss. Some cheaters don't believe they're enough deep down. Even when their partner shows love, it doesn't fully land. Attention from someone new works like emotional medicine. It temporarily quiets the inner doubt. There's also the unlived life problem. People sometimes cheat during identity crises. They wonder who they used to be or who they could have been. An affair becomes a doorway to a version of themselves that feels younger, freer, more exciting. Add secrecy and risk, and the brain gets hooked. Sneaking around releases dopamine, the reward chemical tied to novelty and danger. Over time, temptation, thrill, and secrecy can form a habit loop that's hard to interrupt. Now let's talk about 5 psychological traits many cheaters share. These aren't excuses or guarantees, they're patterns that show up again and again. First is low empathy, or empathy that shuts off under temptation. Some people can act caring in daily life, but mentally block out their partner's pain when cheating. Guilt gets quieter. Second is impulsivity and thrill-seeking. These people act fast and think later. If opportunity shows up, they follow the feeling instead of the consequences. Third is entitlement. This shows up as "I deserve this" thinking. They create stories that give them permission, often blaming the partner to justify the choice. Fourth is poor emotional communication. Many cheaters don't know how to say, "I'm lonely," "I feel unwanted," or "I need more." Secrecy feels easier than honesty. Fifth is hidden insecurity. Some cheaters look confident, even arrogant, but rely heavily on external validation. Attention becomes emotional oxygen. The hidden psychology most people miss is this: cheating is often about the cheater's inner story, not the partner's worth. It's driven by feeling empty, afraid, or unsure of oneself. People also compartmentalize. They mentally split life into boxes. One box holds love and responsibility. Another holds fantasy and escape. This allows them to care and betray at the same time. Affairs also live in fantasy bubbles. No bills, no stress, no real-life friction. That's why they feel intense, but rarely survive real life. When you put it all together, cheating often follows a simple formula: inner vulnerability, plus opportunity, plus weak boundaries, plus a self-justifying story. A relationship can be happy and still lose to that combination. Understanding this doesn't excuse cheating, but it does explain why love alone isn't always enough, and why infidelity is often more about the person who cheats than the person who is betrayed.